for a written transcript of this meeting, or if you need reasonable accommodations, including this communication in an alternative format due to disability, please contact the Clerk to the Commission's office at 404-612-8232.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Excuse me, I'd like to welcome you to the special call meeting of the Fulton County Board of Commissioners. It is 6:00 p.m. on July 10th, 2024. Madam Clerk, please call the roll for purposes of quorum.
Chairman Rob Pitts.
Present.
Commissioner Bridget Thorne.
Present.
Commissioner Bob Ellis.
Present.
Commissioner Dana Barrett.
Present.
Commissioner Natalie Hall. Present. Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. Vice Chair Khadijah Abdul-Rahman.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, you have a quorum.
All right, thank you. We'll open the public hearing on the millage rate for 2025, right? Yeah, I'm thinking clearly today. All right, anyone in Assembly Hall here for the public hearing? Anyone present for the public hearing? You are? Come on down. All right, give us your name, please.
Peggy Johnson.
Is it
Peggy.
Ms. Johnson? All right, you have the floor, Ms. Johnson. You have 2 minutes.
Okay. My mother transferred the house to me, and the house needed a lot of repairs. So we had it changed over into my name, but then anyone tell me about the homestead. So when I got the bill, it was $4,000. And I just think that when a house is transferred, that someone needs to let them know they need to apply for homestead. It's still the same house, and it's just been transferred in my name. And mom is on a fixed income, so you're looking at $4,000. And I just think that is ridiculous. Should really let them know when a name has been changed into the house, let the people know that you need to apply for homestead. That's what I believe.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So, Vice Chair, you sending somebody? All right, anyone else in the Assembly Hall here for the public hearing? Anyone else present to speak? The public hearing. We haven't gotten to Zoom yet. Anyone else here in the Assembly Hall? All right, let the records reflect that no other speakers present in the Assembly Hall. On Zoom?
Yes. There is someone on Zoom.
All right.
The first person to speak is Matt Rowanzak. Excuse me. Bear with me for a moment. Hold on.
We can hear you.
Hold on for just a second. Matt Ruanzak.
All right. Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you, first of all, for hosting this public meeting. Want to give my 2 cents. To be frank, I think the public at a minimum would appreciate a 0 tax increase, whatever is needed to do that. Because I know you're dealing with a lot of challenges right now as well on different issues, but there is enough in the budget, in my opinion, to keep it flat. So there is 0, at a minimum, 0 tax increase. I think I've given, lots of examples before. I mean, we've got an elections department with a $40 million budget when they ran 2022 at what, 27 million? I mean, there's, I think, opportunity for improving efficiency with our money, to say the least. Now hearing about the issues with HUD, I don't know if that's factored into the budget, but there's certainly opportunity for improvement. And I think the expectation should be anytime we're in a very hard situation for Fulton residents, period, in this current economy, especially property owners, right? Almost everybody's having to cut back, right? They're having to make sacrifices. Our county government should have to make changes as well. So when everybody's having to cut back, right, the county, I know there's cost increases, but there's hard decisions that have to be made, right? So that you're not increasing the burden on folks that are already having to make hard decisions. So thank you for the time.
The next person to speak is Charles Krieger. Charles Krieger.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Actually, my statement is not going to be far different from Mr. Rowanzak's. We're pretty much taxed enough as it is, and I would just observe that it seems to be a constant in either local, state, federal government that the taxpayer is always asked to sacrifice more and more, but the government doesn't ever seem to have to do that. This always seems to be able to continue to grow and make new agencies and new employees, and we just have to carve up more and more of our kitchen table issues to satisfy the government. And as Matt said, the government can take one for the team. We don't need to continue growing government and having ever increasing committees and agencies and whatever else goes on. Government's good where it is, could even be a whole lot smaller. So that's my what I have to say on that. Thank you very much for listening.
The next person to speak is Brian Wade. Brian Wade. Okay. The next person to speak is Jason Sanders. Jason Sanders. The next person to speak is Kay Pugh. Kay Pugh. The next person to speak is Katie Warren. Katie Warren. The next person to speak is Keith Themey. Keith Themey. The next person to speak is Laurie Temples. Laurie Temples. The next person to speak is Ricky Leachman. Ricky Leachman. The next person to speak is Terrence Poklin.
Hi, this is Ricky.
Leishman, sorry, I was trying to hit the play button. I will keep it very quick. As a disabled veteran, but one who is younger, the possibility of having the millage rate go up is going to be very detrimental to my income. I live on a fixed income, and seeing how that I am not very much older, I don't qualify for any of the older age, 55 or up. Tax deductions or tax uh, rates or whatever those things are called. So hearing that the as an individual who is younger but still lives on a fixed income, being disabled, hearing that the rate may go up is something that is just wild. As the last speaker said, maybe it's time for the government to stop trying to grow and fund 30,000 different types of things when we don't really see a actual benefit to the citizens. Thank you. That is all.
Okay, the next person to speak now is Terrence Poklin. Terrence Poklin. Okay, the next person to speak.
Where are you up to?
I'm sorry. The next person to speak is Barbara Slate. Barbara Slate. Okay, the last person to speak is S. Proct. S. Proct. Okay, so with that being said, that concludes our Zoom public comments.
Okay. Anything else, Madam Clerk? All right, one more time. Anyone else in the Assembly Hall here to speak? All right, no further speakers. That will conclude the public hearing. Thank you for coming. We are adjourned.
For a written transcript of this meeting, or if you need reasonable accommodations, including this communication in an alternative format due to disability, please contact the Clerk to the Commission's office at 404-612-8232.